Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So guys, the TRADCONs are at it again, right? And guys, these TRADCONs are actually worse than the feminists, right? You know? Because guys, these blue-haired, biggin feminists, right? They're at least out there loud and proud saying they're feminists, right?
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Guys, these TRADCONs, right? These chameleons, these chicks that say that they're traditional and they cook and clean, that they're all about Jesus. Guys, if you honestly believe chicks like this, like Lila Rose and Emily Saves America and all these chicks and Tommy Lahren, if you honestly believe that they're traditional women,
you've been had, you've been took, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Clown world. Guys, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. I was gonna say that they always tell on themselves, but they're not even trying to hide it. Guys, look, this is from Lila Rose, right? Now you might remember her because Pearly Things cooked her, right? She went on Pearly Things' show, and Pearly Things like, hey, try and sell me marriage. And Lila Rose like, well, a man will get, a virtuous woman, blah, blah, blah. Guys, look at this. She says, men don't need sex. Guys, that's the first line of this long tweet. She's still a traditional, religious, dedicated wife and is trying to say that men don't need sex. So guys, we'll get into this. Before we do, like, subscribe, drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50304s. That is linked in the description. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. Guys, I'm offering memberships now, so please hit the join button or the link in the description because memberships really help the channel out. So thanks to all you guys that are already members. I appreciate that. And guys, she says, men don't need sex. Our culture is hypersexualized that the idea of a celibate priest leaves people in disbelief as if it's impossible. That's heartbreaking. Have we really forgotten that self-control and virtue are within reach? Look at Jesus, the most perfect man to ever walk the earth, who was celibate and sinless. He was crucified for his sins. Shouldn't he be the supreme model for manhood, self-mastery, discipline, total self-gift, all-out love? There it is, guys, right there. Right there, guys, right there. So she's trying to tell men what a real man is. That sounds like a feminist to me, right, guys? All this is shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. She says, priests use celibacy so their hearts can belong entirely to God. And then she puts this Bible quote. Abstinence isn't just for priests. Intermittent abstinence can also be a beautiful practice within marriage if a couple has a serious reason to delay bringing a baby into the world. When practicing natural family planning, spouses can grow into self-mastery, deepen their love, and remain faithful to God's design for marriage. Christ is the model, love is the reason, holiness is the goal. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Guys, come on. Clown world. Guys, I thought traditional chicks, they're supposed to sleep with their husbands on command, right? If your husband wants it, you give it to him. Because guys, now this is a way for a chick to take the Bible and browbeat her husband anytime he wants a bee gibber or he wants to... Clown world. Guys, this is all about power, right? And I know, some of you guys might ask, well, how exactly can they take the power, right, guys?
How could they cut the power, man? They're animals. I want you...
This is how. Using the Bible, the law, you know what I mean? New social norms, these crazy new non-traditional gender norms, clown world. And guys, look at this. Here we go. Look at this.
Can we all talk about Father Mike Schmidt?
I showed him to a girlfriend who's not Catholic, and she's like, when's Mass? What about the man needing sex? That's just a cultural narrative that basically says men are like animals and they have to be able to do this sexual thing. Otherwise, they're going to go crazy. And the reality is there's whole vocations that are celibate. And these are virile men, men's men. Some of the most masculine of men I know are priests. We need food. We need air to breathe. We don't need sex. It's a gift of coming together, and it's designed to bring life into the world.
I think the sexiest thing about a guy is like their self-control. And my husband has amazing self-control. So after baby number 4, when we started practicing NFP, it was like we couldn't do it sometimes when we wanted to. And that kind of made things a little steamier, like not gonna lie. It's hard on him too, don't get me wrong. People will say, well, oh, do you just do other things for your husband?
Yeah, guys, see? All they want is power. Because what's the point in being married if she can just dictate when you have sex? and has a religious reason to do it. That's why so many marriages are sexless anyways. Now this is just quote unquote biblical justification for it. This is why the Bible says that women shouldn't teach. This is why, guys, once again, this is why young guys aren't getting married. This is why Gen Z, young men, are actually more religious out of millennials and Gen X, and they're not dating because they realize that you have to stay away from women, right? Look at this. This knucklehead says, I don't think men need sex. They may want it more than women. Look at that. Look at that. This chick says, yes, men can and should control their sexual lust. But God created sex as a gift to us in marriage, and barring anyone from marriage is a doctrine of demons. Facts. Men should get married and enjoy the wife of their youth. That is good, right, and true. Sex in marriage is holy. Facts. Someone says, I don't understand the justification for priests being celibate. Wouldn't God want you to experience the love and warmth of a woman? Someone says, man does, by God's design, have a natural need for sexual intimacy within the context of marriage. So even the Bible thumpers are saying she's wrong. Look at that. Someone says, why is it always the women saying men don't need sex? They absolutely do it, and I'm personally thankful for it. Have you read the Bible? Someone says, it's notable that 99% of the people who say men don't need sex are their wives. Facts. Facts. And you wonder why guys aren't getting married. This guy right here, guys, here, let's just zoom in. Look at this. Further evidence why God commanded women not to be teachers in the church and to be quiet. Facts. Insufferable females yapping with authority is why so many men find no need to subject themselves to the modern church. Conversations like this make Christians look stupid. Facts. Facts. Matter of fact, I'm going to like this comment. Person says, sorry, Lila, this is very silly. Yes, men aren't brainless beasts led around with their libidos. And yes, the cornification of everything has a detrimental effect on brains and behaviors and can cause men to focus too much on the weird perversions. But to say men don't need sex is just silly. To say celibacy inside of marriage is a good and healthy thing, sometimes rather than an indication that something is going seriously wrong, is absurd. Look at that. Person says, I agree with you a lot, but this is an awful take. Any healthy married man that's not lying will agree with me. Any high testosterone, healthy male desires sex as the best way to feel bonded to our wives. Now guys, here's the thing. I have subscribers that are black pill, and they just don't talk to women, don't have sex. But guys, they're single, minding their own business, right? That's the type of sexual discipline right there that I admire. These guys that have checked out from women and are just minding their own business. Now, you're going to be dumb enough to get married and be with a woman and have to put up with her crap and you're not even getting sex out of it? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Why would you do such a stupid thing?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
This person says, I don't like this. I think most priests are celibate because they're LDHC TV and they hope worshiping will absolve them of their sin. Last thing, this guy says, men do need sex. Withholding sex from your husband is the same as him emotionally shutting down and cutting you off. What's wrong with our culture is placing more value on a woman's need for emotional connection and placing it as a higher importance than men's need for physical connection. Look at that. This chick here says men shouldn't have to have self-control, quote unquote, around their wives. This is just giving women the excuse to constantly deny their husbands. Facts, guys. Facts. These are the TRADCONs for you guys. What an absolute joke. And you wonder why so many men aren't getting married and so many men are no longer in the church. Guys, let me know what you think, right? All right, guys. I appreciate you. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy.